is this happening? Hey! What's up, Jim Rellis? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, let me go to the title. It's totally wrong. Samir, what's up? Welcome to the stream. What is happening? I'm just gonna check and make sure that the live stream, the title should be got it. Okay, cool. Here we go. No Windowshop Weekly. But come hang with me. Got it. Awesome. Uncle Bill, what is up? What's up, Uncle Bill? Dog, you are like OG, Uncle Bill. Okay, got it, got it, got it. And yeah, okay, I guess it updates live. Let me tweet this out. Twitter. All right, I'm just gonna hang for a little bit. I'll be chatting with you guys. Thanks, Amir. What up, NASA Systems? In a few minutes, I will give you guys some info, open up some time for questions and answers to just hang out and maybe play a game or something. We'll see. I figured it's been quite a long time since I've had any content on my channel, which I'm sure you're all aware of at this point. Let me change. Let me put this on Discord. Discord. Am I logged in? Multitasking my astronomy peeps like this time slot also. Oh, sorry, Uncle Bill. I was just available for just a little bit. Probably gonna do this for about a half hour just to hang out with you guys. When will GPU prices come back down? Never. We'll see, man. It's really tough to pinpoint that because cryptocurrency is, even just as a market in itself, is just kind of all over the place. Let's share this. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, Bitcoin dies. Bitcoin, I don't think Bitcoin's going to die anytime soon. I think Bitcoin is going to continue to last as it has been, but there's a good chance that it will settle, which is what we're looking for, that the market will start to settle. But to be honest, it's entirely possible that GPUs could be high in price for a very long time, but you can't tell. It's hard to tell. Let me add a chat. Browser source chat. Yeah, look, we got the chat up in this piece. Let me ooh, this is strange. It's not a real live stream without some live editing going on. Can I bet you I can duplicate. Copy. Paste. There we go. I'm gonna have to update that. Like, I got two chats. There are two chats here. I'm gonna keep that one. Get rid of this one. Cool. There you go. RAM prices? Yes, you are right. RAM is expensive, but you can always find stuff on Craigslist. Never shy away from that kind of stuff. It's definitely not easy. It's not as easy as going to Amazon and typing in RAM and finding something right away, but you can find something on Craigslist if you put in the work, and eBay as well. If you're one of those people who stays up pretty late like I was in high school, a lot of times late at night, you can actually, they call it sniping. You can wait out some bids that are ending, or some auctions that are ending soon, sometimes you can get some really cheap stuff. I remember my best win to date is getting like a pair of like 6 dress socks for like $1, and I still felt bad. I did the same exact thing with a bunch of ties. When you're in college and you have to do like interviews and stuff, you have to dress up nice. So I had to buy dress socks and ties, and I got them both for $1, and I got a ton. So it's possible. All right, I'm gonna wait like maybe 3 more minutes, and at 8:10 I'll just chat a little bit and open up to just hang out and chat with you guys. Feel free to ask any questions along the way. You can see chat down in the corner. Oh, I pointed the wrong way. See, it's not even just in recording videos. It's like this. So if I see good questions, I'll ask you to ask them again in a few minutes. I just want to give people a chance if they're gonna show up to jump on the stream. I don't expect there to be too many people, but I know that you guys who are here are like the OG, the real fans, so I appreciate it. All right, let's see. Yeah. Scott Marlowe, welcome. What up, Banksy? Banksy, what up, man? I saw you earlier. I don't know why I didn't acknowledge you before. I'm one of those people who will sometimes jump in a live stream and say something and be like, are they gonna read my question? These are Smart Omi Bluetooth headphones. I don't actually use the Bluetooth features anymore because I kind of got sick of charging them, to be honest, and I really prefer hardline everything. Like, honestly, I hardwire all of my devices. I hardwire into my modem. I just like the consistency of being directly wired in general. Wireless stuff is nice, it's convenient, but I actually kind of took a step back and realized I actually prefer when things are not wireless in a lot of ways. Let's see if I can make this chat bigger. Why not? Why not? Let's make this 500 by I don't know, 700. This is gonna be weird and long, I'm sure. Nice. Nice. Usually people are on the other side, but I feel like if people are, I'm looking this way, so it looks like I'm looking at chat. I kind of like this. Let me know in chat if you think this is weird, but I'm looking at chat and I'm also looking this way, so it's kind of weird. Let me do this. Let's see if this is, oh no! Oh, that's actually not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. So I kind of like dedicated this section over here to chat. Let me drag myself over a little bit. Cool. All right. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate you letting me know. Foot shoes. Danny's not here today because he's busy. He's got work stuff. We've been honestly tag teaming with this whole work thing. Part of not being a full-time YouTuber is that everything else takes priority in a lot of ways when like things at work hit the fan. That's what you got to do. Yeah, I'm looking this way. But actually, I just realized if I look this way, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to read this pop-out chat. I'm going to read the one that's on the stream, so I only see what you guys see. So then I'll always be looking this way. Let me see if I can slide my camera over with me, too. Yeah, I like this. I kind of like this. Good call, guys. I like this. Did you guys see what I'm wearing pants, so I'm not worried about this. I'm not worried at all about moving this. Can I move it more? So I've had this idea for a long time. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. I'm going to go ahead and just be super candid with you guys because it's been so long. You honestly deserve it. There are a lot of things that I would keep on the DL just because I was producing content a lot and I wanted to keep things fresh. But since it's been so long, like, honestly, I'm going to use this time. It's about 8:10. So here's the DL. Welcome back. This isn't Windowshop Weekly, but welcome back to comptv, a place you can go for all things tech. I'm Lee, and I'm just here to hang out with you guys, honestly, to spend some time together. I haven't put out a video, but I know that live streams get a significantly less amount of people compared to videos because you have to be available at the time of the live stream, and also you have to be a real fan. In my opinion, you're usually a pretty big fan if you want to see someone live. So I know that you guys are kind of like my biggest fans, if you can say that. So I appreciate you guys coming out. I'm gonna spend some time, we can talk, we can have some Q&A. Feel free to ask me any questions, but I'm also gonna just kind of chat with you guys about things. I'm probably gonna run this about 30 minutes, probably gonna go until about 8:45 Eastern, maybe 9 o'clock, we'll see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to hanging out with you guys. And what was I about to mention? I was going to mention something. By the way, how's my audio? Might be too high. I'm going to drop it down a little bit. Is audio okay? Anyone let me know if audio is okay? I'm dropping it down a little bit, but maybe now it's too low. I don't know. I was going to say something. Anyways, I've been super busy lately, as you all could probably tell. This is the longest stint I've ever had after not posting a video. So like I said, ask me any questions. We're going to go ahead and dig right in, and I'll just say things as they come to mind. Oh, one of the ideas I was going to have was to do kind of like secret hidden talents for some of the tech YouTubers. Tech tubers, as I like to call them. I think Bitwit calls them that as well. I just like the way that sounds. But as you can see, I have a piano back there. So I am a musician. I'm mostly a singer, to be honest. I used to say I'm a musician, like a musician, because I recorded music. But then I hung out in college with actual musicians, and I realized if you say that, like, it carries a lot of weight. I'm not a legit musician. I'm more like a vocalist, I guess you can say. I sing. But Banksy, you have SoundCloud. I will not be dropping a SoundCloud anytime soon. Banksy is a good friend. As you can see, he's a moderator. So, but yes, feel free to ask questions. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I missed anything in chat so far. Have you dropped some weight? Yes, thanks for noticing. Yes. So if you go back in my videos, you can see that about a year ago, almost now, last May, I started really taking serious fitness and nutrition. So I train 5 days a week, and I eat relatively clean. I haven't been eating as clean lately because I've been doing more heavy lifts as opposed to metabolic training. And the difference there being, when you do metabolic training, usually it's lighter weight, more reps, and you sweat, like I'll sweat a lot. And that's really good for fat loss. You build some muscle, but generally speaking, people who kind of go on those extreme low-carb diets and do that tend to lose a little bit of lean mass. But it is very much possible, especially on the program I used called AthleanX, to gain lean muscle as well as lose body fat. It's just slower than some of those people who do the bulking and cutting, which you might have heard of, where they eat a ton of food and lift as much as they can, and then they'll just go on a crazy diet and lose a bunch of fat, and then you'll just see all the muscle that they worked hard for in their bulking phase. But anyways, yes, if you've seen my old videos, you've seen that I used to be pretty chunky. I'm thankful that this process has been a little bit easier, but it's been a year, so yeah, if you put in the work, thankfully it helps. Okay. Yes, Samir, thanks, appreciate that. Actually, there's a point in time about maybe 2 or 3 months ago where I was at the lowest body fat percentage I've ever been, but I actually felt like I was looking really like too skinny almost. And I was talking to my wife about it, and I was like, I need to start lifting heavier. So yeah, it's like instant. Let's see, what else you got? Samira, I will not be playing anything on stream. Maybe someday I'll do that. Maybe someday I'll sing. I know that on Discord I used to jam out with the Discord fam back when the channel was like in its infancy, when I had like 30 subs. It was kind of fun. Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, Scott, I will arm wrestle Danny. I cannot wait to meet Danny in person. I'm going to give him a huge hug first. Jason, that's a great question with my G7. I absolutely love this camera. If anyone is an original fan of the channel, all my older videos were filmed on a DSLR called the Nikon D3100. I bought that thing like 7 years ago. And it's a great camera, to be honest. It's a great starter camera. Back in the day when 1080p was kind of newer, getting a decent DSLR with 1080p that actually shot decent video was hard to find because they were so expensive. So it was hard to find cheap. They were available, but to get them cheap, you weren't going to spend less than, you know, $300 or $400. And I ended up spending about $400 on my camera. So it lasted me 7 years. I didn't use it much, but about a year ago, I sold my RX 480 back when GPU prices skyrocketed, and I used the money to buy this. And this thing is amazing. The autofocus is almost instant. It's all digital, So there's no, like, when you look through the viewfinder, it's not using an actual mirror. It digitally shows you the view from the camera, so you can pretty much exclusively use the flip out, which is the nice thing. If you're filming yourself, having a little flip out display is really nice. And it takes 4K video, but I stick to 1080p because editing in 4K is a headache. Even with decent hardware, you kind of have to know what you're doing, and honestly, I haven't tinkered with it too much. I'm sure if I could develop a 4K workflow, but I don't have enough hard drive space, to be honest. But great question. Yeah, I love that. I love the G7. I definitely recommend it. I bought mine for like under $400, so definitely worth it. Do you use Spotify, Google Music, Apple, or some equivalent? I use Spotify. I like Spotify's radio feature. It reminds me of Pandora, but it seems to find more relevant music to what I've listened to on my entire Spotify, which I kind of like. It sometimes I'll start it on a radio station with one genre of music, and sometimes will bleed over, which is kind of weird for me, but it sticks to stuff that I like, so I like that about it. I would consider using Amazon Music because I already have Amazon Prime, but you have to pay extra for it, and then I like free music. So, and I don't pirate music, so I don't condone piracy. Purge, if you're getting timed out, it's because of the automatic timing out, so sorry about that. You should always work your traps. I don't work my traps because I think large traps are kind of intimidating, and I naturally have kind of weird shaped traps, so I don't work them out directly, but I work them out secondarily through other things. Yeah, TechBank, you're the only mod in here, so yeah, if you're the one not doing it, then it's definitely like the automatic stuff that's going on. Yeah, Scott, it's tough, man. If a 480 is doing your business for you, like if it's satisfying all of your tech cravings, then stick with it. There's no reason to buy a new graphics card just for the sake of having a new graphics card. So I'm with you there. Yeah, Michael, I would definitely... Oh, by the way, welcome, Michael. I've seen you on other streams before, so welcome. It's good to see you. Yes. If you can find a used 980 Ti, it's an excellent card. So, I mean, it's a good price point if you can get it. I would aim for around $300. I actually haven't checked what the used market is in a while. Let's see, 980 Ti. Let's just check eBay. That's like my go-to. I'll just see what I can see right off the bat. Yeah, so I'm seeing a couple for under 300, but even around 300-ish is not bad. If you can go lower, I would say under 300 is the perfect price point. Let's look for sold specifically. So, these are kind of higher end ones. I'm seeing some sold for just over 300. Still a decent deal, and it's gonna last you a very long time. But unfortunately, it's looking like the average is in the 450 range, which stinks, or the 400 range, which in my opinion is way too much for a 980 Ti. Even though the card used to be like $600 brand new. Obviously the 1070 is going to be up there as well in this day and age. Very sad. Very sad. Let's all have a moment of silence for the graphics card prices. Okay, good moment of silence. Like I said, feel free to ask any questions. I'm just kind of hanging out and chatting. I'm trying to think of anything I can tell you guys. So, in terms of the editor situation, I do have someone in mind that I've been wanting to interview for a while. If you are interested in editing or you know an editor, feel free to recommend them to me. But there is someone I'm very interested in editing, but I've been so busy I haven't had time to actually sync up with them. It's been really hard to even get in a meeting. So let's see. My chair was $120. I got it on sale for $100. I actually bought it for $120. It went on sale for $100, and I called the store back and they gave me the difference. So just so you know, they'll do that. Walmart does that. A couple stores do that. So even if you buy something, if it goes in sale within a month, usually you can call them. You can call customer service and they'll get you a deal on it, giving you a cash back. Use store credit at least. I don't know. But this is the Staples Hyken. It is like Reddit loves this chair. If you go on Reddit and like look up like chairs for an office, this is the best chair. It's mesh. The joke that Danny and I have is that when you fart, it goes right through it. I know it's super immature, but It's true though. It's kind of amazing. And it's got a little headrest. It's a little short for me. I guess my torso is just above like what I would say is comfortable for this, but it's not bad. But yeah, I've had it for like almost 2 years now, and it literally shows 0 signs of wear. Like if you were to open this fresh out of the box, it would look exactly the same. So I would definitely recommend it. I've never had a racing chair though, so we'll see. I'm not going to sell out and ask for one and then do a review video of one though. If someone just straight up sends me one for no reason, then I will definitely use one, but I'm not going to buy one and I'm not going to ask for one. I'm torn between selling my RX 580 to my friend that has a 950 for like 100 and 125, and then selling on to my friend that has 950 for like one, and then selling on eBay for an extreme amount of money. Yeah, that's a tough call because one of them is, you know, it's really helping your friend out. But at the same time, you know, yeah, it kind of comes down to what you think is worth it. I've definitely given away things, I think, in terms of being generous, it's never a bad idea to be generous, I think. Oh no, did I move myself? I left a little gap. That's kind of weird. I'm shifting myself over. We'll figure this out. Let's see. How tall are you? I am 5'11"-ish. I'm kind of like average height. I don't know. Tech by Matt what is up, Tech by Matt? Tech by Matt, I look up to you. I've always looked up to you. Even though we never did that gladiator video we talked about. That's so funny. We both got busy. We were going to do a spotlight on Gladiator, but it never happened. But it was cool because we did a Skype call, and I was like, this is so crazy. Like 6 months ago, I was watching this guy's videos, geeking out, and now I'm in a Skype call with him. It was pretty dope. Yeah, Tech Bank. You would easily be my editor, dude. You are insane at editing. If you even moved by me, I would let you do my B-roll. I would easily hire you if comptv was a business. Like, no brainer. But, anyways. Let's see. Speaking of NVIDIA, I actually am in their beta program for now. I don't know if that's, like, open. I don't know if other people have been there, but, yeah. You can totally, like, test NVIDIA now at this point. GeForce Now. I don't remember what it's called, but I got my email. Split tech editing just comes with time. I've been editing for like 13 years now. Started on Windows Movie Maker, and I honestly think that's how a lot of people learned. But yeah, but agreed, Matt. I don't get the hype around racing chairs. I'm sure they're nice chairs to have, but honestly, in some ways, I think they might even be like not comfortable. I don't know. I've never had one though. So I'm not a racer and I don't play racing games, so it almost seems weird that that's the standard for gamers. I'm a little behind on the chat, which is why I'm kind of working my way down. Yes, Tech by Matt, we definitely need to do our IRL collab. And if anyone doesn't know, he and I only live a few hours apart, so we could definitely meet in person. Yeah, that would be really sick. But obviously that would have to be planned out. Let's see. I'll send you some stuff in Discord if you change your mind. Change my mind about what? Foxbit, what up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Can't afford to keep building budget PCs anymore. No one around here has the cash to brack. Even now, I'm just selling off my shelf parts. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a tough market for, honestly, if you can find like bulk PCs, you could still make a little bit of cash here and there, buying like from universities and stuff, because they're not affected at all by these prices. They'll still sell their stuff because they're going to get rid of it anyway. So a lot of times when schools are cleaning house, they will sell all of their old equipment, because otherwise, honestly, if some of these places throw them out in bulk, it's very sad. And you can sell those for like, you could get a whole bunch, like maybe like, I don't know, 20 computers for like a couple $100 and then sell them for like $70 a pop, and people will eat those up because it's a steal for them. And I saw a round of Sandy Bridge i5s with like 4 to 8 gigs of RAM. I saw like a bulk, like I think it was $500 for like 20 of them. And so selling 20 of those for like $70 a pop would be amazing. Let's see. So 20, I know I'm bad at math. minus 500. You'd make 900 bucks selling those for 70 bucks a pop. And if you wanted to throw in some graphics cards in those, obviously that's where your issue is going to be. But you could sell them for even more and make a ton of money. But then you have to go through the hard work, and I don't know if they're guaranteed to all work, so there's that too. Thanks, Tech Canuck. Appreciate the sub. Appreciate the sub. I know you're OG, you've been around. I wouldn't recommend creating channels just to sub to my account. It's not like you're going to get any more upload notifications that way. You know what I'm saying? Would you still recommend the $250 gaming PC you made last year? I mean, those parts are still good. Those parts are still decent for playing 1080p games. But I don't know. I bought a 1050, which I doubt is worth what it's being sold for at this point. And not that it's probably as affected by mining, but it probably still is at some point. Yeah, 140 bucks. I bought mine for like 80. So yeah, it looks like it's about double that. It's just kind of a tough call. Honestly, your best bet is what a lot of people have been saying, which is buying older generation cards, ones that don't really have much value anymore, and it definitely aren't, you know, mining cards, because they're super inefficient power-wise and stuff like that. So you'll see. You'll see. All right, Tech Bank. See you soon. Enjoy your food. Wow, we're already at 30 minutes. This is crazy. I talk a lot, guys. Would you agree that I talk a lot? My school's giving 29 computers for free. Yeah, dude, Split Tech, that's what's up. Like, honestly, that's, I mean, people just have it around. Sometimes it's more inconvenient for them to throw it out. So it's like, if you're willing to trash it for them, which obviously we don't throw it out, I mean, that's a steal. And you could sell those and make a ton of money and build a sick gaming PC, or give them away to friends and family. That's been my favorite thing lately, is just give them out to people who don't have one. But yeah, pricing for graphics cards is terrible. So even flipping those into a gaming PC is tough business. You'll still be making so much bank with the bulk of PCs though. You honestly could flip a couple of them into gaming PCs, or even like hook friends up, you know, like you have the computer for free, ask them to throw in the money for a graphics card and they can have a decent gaming PC. I work at a university that only sell PCs by the pallet. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Scott, you hit it right on the money. A lot of times I'll sell it with no hard drive, because hard drives are sensitive, especially in a government job. So they'll either trash them or refurbish them. I honestly don't know what they do now that I think about it. And they'll sell it by huge pallets. So it's really beneficial for like people who have the money to buy it in bulk. Sometimes you can get them in small bulk, but Scott is pointing out that you had to buy a 4-foot by 16-foot pallet. So even transporting that would be, ugh. So some of those auctions that they'll have for those products that universities will do for products, it's more for like business people who have cash. Michael says when he was building his second PC, he got an Optiplex for 45, and 2 hours after the sale went through, he saw an HP with a 4590, 16 gigs of RAM, 250 gigs for 50 bucks with free shipping. Holy cow, that's an insane deal. What? Man, and I actually like HP, to be honest. In terms of pre-builts, I used to hate on them, but but I don't know if you guys have noticed, but people love them these days. They're pretty legit, because the businesses didn't buy those PCs now in this market. They bought them before and they're trying to get rid of them. So usually they stay in a better price than if you wanted to build it yourself at these times. Foxbit, yeah, I will be online a little bit after the stream, so let's chat. Yeah, man, Michael, you know, if you always wait, there's always going to be something better. So at some point, it's kind of like, did you miss out? Maybe. But I'm sure you enjoyed that Optiplex, and you honestly could have bought the i5 and then returned the Dell. I know that's a lot of work, but that's always an option if the deal is that much better. Because I know on Black Friday I was kind of upset that some of the deals weren't as good as I expected them to be. So yeah, Tech Bank, send me some stuff, C's, yo. Philip Tran, the OG. Philip, you're another one. I know, again, all of you who are in here are like my OG fans. The true fans, to be honest, not to brag on anyone else who's watching this after the fact. You guys are also fans, but people aren't as drawn to live streams. I'll probably will keep this up. So if anyone's watching this after the fact, I appreciate you watching it. Please leave a comment below letting me know what your thoughts are. Again, I've been really busy, haven't had time to edit, and I haven't even had time to interview for editors. I'm actually looking to hire an editor and split some revenue with them, or pay them a flat rate, whatever works best. We'll figure that out when the time comes. But yeah, I mean, at this point, I've never been into YouTube for the money, so to me, it's more worth it to just pay someone to edit the videos, because I genuinely, I sat down to edit a video and I was like, it's just not going to happen. I did not when I first started this channel, I would sit down for hours and hours and hours, and those are hours I don't have nowadays. And just in case anyone's not aware, I have 2 children. I'm a married individual, and so I got the wedding ring, and I'm very busy. So when I started this channel, none of that was the case except for being married. I was married. Yeah, I think. So, yeah, I got a lot going on in life, and my job is going really well. Very thankful for my position. Hashtag blessed. Been able to do a lot of cool, geeky stuff at work that's related to kind of this computer stuff, so it's very fun. But anyways, that's the quick recap if anyone's just tuning in, or if you're watching this video after the fact. Appreciate you guys checking it out. And do expect videos. It will come eventually. As soon as I find an editor, I'm going to try to pump them out, honestly. Even if they edit a bunch at once, I will stagger them so that you'll always have something at least once every few weeks. So I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, I'm blessed live, Philip. You already know. I do not look old enough to be married. I got married when I was 20 years old. I was still in college. And yeah, I recommend it. Haha, nerd on a budget. What up, Danny? Yeah, man, you're always welcome to edit any of my videos. You'd probably be like, what is this garbage? I don't even know even if I had to give you a video to edit, I wouldn't even know where to start. I almost feel like I'm not worthy to have you edit one of my videos. Oh man. What up, Danny? It's always good to see you, man. I saw your tweet that there's no Windowshop Weekly. I figured it was because of work, so decided to have a little bit of something. Just because I know I really loved. If you guys haven't seen the yeah, cringe roll, the stream with Danny and Jeff, aka Ofa, it was amazing. I watched it during work. I listened to it during work. While I was working, honestly. It was very sad because they were doing Windowshop Weekly while I was at work. And I appreciated it. It was awesome. And I was glad that we had a stream, because we always feel bad when we have to skip streams too often. So again, we feel bad this week, but Windowshop Weekly will return. This is just a busy season. Yeah, Tech Bank. Ryan, Tech Bank. The flexing, to be completely honest, is going to happen. It's very much going to happen. So just stay patient and it will happen. What's the cheapest build you can do? At this point, like I said, I think, honestly, if you find a decent deal on a pre-built, it's going to be tough to beat, because they're going to have parts that they bought back when the market wasn't terrible that they've been trying to get rid of. And there have been pre-builts going on sale a ton. If you go on Reddit, actually I haven't checked in the last few weeks, but if you go on reddit.com/buildapc or /r/buildapc sales, they're usually the quickest. I'll go ahead and put that in chat just in case anyone's not build a PC sales connoisseur. They will put graphics cards and pre-builts up, and laptops even. So for a for a laptop that plays games, usually gonna play a little premium for that. But yeah, it's so sad. A 1050 Ti for 170? Like, no, I don't want to pay that. All right, let's see. Flipping through. I want to try doing a $40 one. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know. If I were doing a budget build nowadays, I wouldn't know where to start. I would definitely, even if I wanted to try to avoid a pre-built, like an old one, I feel like now's not the time to try that. You definitely could. You're just going to be paying a lot. Yeah. Oh, Danny's at work. Sorry, bro. Man, I was at work for the last 2 weeks late. So I know. Let's see. budget tech tuber version of Scrapyard Wars. Yeah, been there, done that. It's our budget build showdowns have been that exact thing to some extent. They haven't been as commercialized as, that sounds worse than I intended it to, as the Scrapyard Awards show has been. But it's been fun, man. We love doing those collabs because people love tech videos, obviously, and being able to collaborate with people who are like-minded is very fun. So yeah, that's been happening. That has happened, and I'm sure it will happen again. Lucas, appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'm the $250 PC dude. Honestly, I've become the Windows optimization guide dude too, because that's all of a sudden become my most popular video just like out of nowhere. I didn't even intend for that to be as popular as it was. I mean, you can never tell when something's gonna go. I knew I really wanted that, so when I get to teach things, I also learn them. So one of the new segments I'm going to be starting, oh, this is a great time to announce. One of the new segments I'm going to be starting is called CompTV Explains, or something like that. And I'm going to pick a topic, whether it's a hot topic or just something that's been around, and explain it in detail so that I can get a better technical understanding of it while studying it, and then also explain it. I like to explain things that are complicated in a way that makes sense. It helps me to do better at my own job, which I'm a programmer. So being able to explain difficult concepts in a way that makes sense to people who don't know anything about programming or IT in general is a good skill to have. So it'll just be kind of like a give and take there. I'll be able to practice my communication skills, and you guys will be able to learn things. And I will take suggestions in the comments, obviously. We always read comments. I haven't been as good. I used to respond to every comment, but I get too many of them nowadays. And then I used to like spend my breaks at work replying to comments. It was crazy, and I can't do that anymore, but I tried to. Oh man, sorry guys, I'm all over the place, but this is fun. I'm loving. Thanks for blowing up the chat. This is sick. I'm loving seeing this. If the Discord link hasn't been working, I can update that soon. I can actually make one right now just for the stream. I'll go ahead and do that. And I need a haircut, so in case anyone's wondering, yes, I know. Let's see. All right, and I'll have to update the. I have comptv.tech. That's my domain, my URL, and I have subdomains to that, like live.comptv.tech, so you can get directly to me. And I also have Discord and discord.comptv.tech and chat.comptv.tech. If you haven't tried those, try them. They might work, but I use those because they're easier to remember than a Discord link. And it also means that if I create a new invite, I can still use that URL and people can go to the same link. So I can update that URL with any new invite link and it'll work. So it makes it easier for everyone. What do you think about the Omen X by HP? I've seen that. Let me Google it to refresh my memory, because that's what people do that anyway. So, oh, this is that cube thing, right? Is this a cube, or does it just look like a cube? Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I like the uniqueness of it. I'm sure seeing the price of it, it looks like you could buy the case for 500 bucks. Like what? It comes with Windows, I guess. So let's see, the base package is $2,700. It comes with Windows 10 Home, which I'm not a fan of Windows 10 Home. I think if you can go pro, especially if you're interested in more tweaking and stuff like that. You have a few more features that I prefer. 16 gigs of memory, 256 SSD, and a 2 terabyte hard drive, a 1070. Honestly, like, that seems like such a ripoff, but I don't know. I don't like the price. I'm sure it has other features though. It looks like it's got like cable extensions and stuff like that, but I don't know. And when I say ripoff, I mean, like, I'm not saying that that's being reasonable in today's market. That's just how I feel about it. Ryan, if you want to send me a link, try to comment it out in the chat in a way that, like, you can replace certain characters so it doesn't get flagged as URL. Like, add some spaces in there, and I'll take a look. Or Discord. Discord's obviously a best place to contact the chat. I'm not on there much anymore, so I don't even know if I can say that like I used to. I probably check Twitter more than anything. But yeah, as TechBank said, use spaces. Let me check chat again. Would it be better to go for a $500 PC, an FX 3400 RX 460, or an 800 i5 1050? Man, that's very sad. I spent that and got a much better build. It's very sad that that's what you get for 800 bucks. I would say get the best possible GPU you can and a price that you're comfortable with, and preferably go used so that you're saving some money, and then fill in the rest of the parts as you can. And if possible, buy a pre-built that doesn't have a graphics card at all. Like, find a cheap pre-built that has a decent, because sometimes they'll have a decent processor because they're not intending to sell it for gaming, and then you can plug your own gaming GPU in there. Stole your video idea. Sorry, Split Tech. I don't know what that video idea was, but what's your stance on using Mac for professional workflow, especially in web dev? So I don't just do web dev anymore, Tech Bank. I'm actually into operations now. It's a new position, a newish position. It's called DevOps, and a lot of what I do actually involves making sure that I'm not platform constrained. So I don't stick to Windows or Mac. Honestly, I work full-time in Linux nowadays. So I prefer Linux. I think it's the best for development for many reasons, especially because a lot of the tools are written for that, especially in web. So that's my recommendation. But yeah, Mac is a close second because it's built using the Unix, which is what Linux is also based off of. So there's a lot of things that work across both. So I use a Mac at home, and I use a Linux machine at work, and then I use a Windows machine for playing. That's how I break it down. The series we do is called informational. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm a little bit further back. That's what you meant. Informational. Yeah, so that's one of my ideas that I have. Appreciate Foxbit for the 30K. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind on comments. But yeah, I appreciate the 30K. Congratulations that you sent me. Very much appreciated. I never expected to be at 30K. I think I started talking to Danny when he was way below that. So the fact that he flew past that and I'm now there, is, to me, it just blows my mind. And obviously he's double that, which it makes sense, and he's almost on 70K. So that Danny and I are good friends, as you guys could tell. So I actually celebrate more about his channel's achievements because I almost feel like my channel's like not mine. It's kind of too good to be true. So so used to being a fan, it's weird to be someone who has friends and fans who watch his videos, to be honest. But I appreciate it. Omar, the next video is coming out as soon as possible. I'm going to get someone to edit my videos, and that will be ASAP. So yeah, I'm starting to catch up now. Let's see. Can't send the link. Sorry, man. Let's see. But you can use that on a laptop. Yep. You can use desktop graphics on a laptop, but it's not super easy, I would say. And you also potentially, if it needs a power supply, you have to use an external power supply. So I would say that if you're willing to do it, then do it. It's definitely a fun experiment. I would do that. But oh my gosh. Thanks, TechBank, for the donation. You're crazy, man. GTX 770 is definitely a good graphics card, so I would also recommend this. There's PC on Amazon with the i5 2400, GT 730 for 500. Would that be good to get an upgrade? I would say no. I don't think that's a good price at all, even for the Sandy Bridge i5. The GT 730 is not anywhere near worth that as well. I would say you're better off just piecing that together yourself and then finding a better graphics card if you're going to upgrade it anyway. 500 bucks is way overkill. You can buy a decent PC with that money. Yeah, Omar, thanks for pointing out. You can get that i5 2400 pre-built for around 100, 150 bucks still, because those obviously are not being used for mining. Laptops don't seem to be affected by mining. Yeah, a lot of laptops are built using proprietary parts, so yeah, unless they were specifically mining laptops, which I don't even know if that's a thing or why that would be a thing, but I don't know. I paid 50 bucks for the pre-fill. I got the i5 arm. Yeah, if you look around, this is why the budget tech tubers say you have to put in work. If you really put in work, you can buy a pre-built i5 for under 75 bucks easily. It just takes a lot of work. It's not easy. You have to keep your keep your eye on the prices, and the hardest part is waiting, because the first thing we want to do is just buy the best deal we can find at that point in time, put it in our shopping cart, and hit checkout, because we know we'll see it in a few days. But honestly, when it comes to finding really good deals, the best thing you can do is wait. And not wait forever either. Find a good deal. Like my thing is, I've shared this in the past, my method of buying budget is to set a price that I will not bend more than maybe $5 or so, and that's the price I set. So when I was building my $100 PC, I knew I wanted to spend no more than $40 on my graphics card, and I ended up getting a 660 for $40. And so that's where I drew the line, and that's how I like to do budget. Some people do other things, like they proportion it out differently, or they buy the best thing they can first and then fill in the blanks when they can. But I set my budget that I'm comfortable paying, even if it's a little of a stretch, even if it's a little too low, because that's when I've had the audacity to go, all right, I'm only going to offer what I'm willing to pay, and I've yet to find something that I can't get at the price that I think is worth it for me. So I would suggest just finding your way of buying budget and sticking to it. And if you have the money to spend and you don't care, then spend it. No one can tell you not to. The only thing I really know how to do in a PC is change GPUs, because I'm too dumb to understand YouTube videos. That's not true, Lucas. You are a smart individual. You're on here, you're watching this live stream, and you're asking the question, which means you're a lot smarter than you're giving off. And if you put in the work to change a few parts, maybe on a busted PC, you'll realize it's very easy. Everything goes exactly where it should go. The only tricks to remember are there's a little notch on the corner of your CPU that shows you which corner of the motherboard to put it in. That corner of the CPU that has the little triangle will match up with a corner on the socket of your motherboard, and you can just drop it in and kind of wiggle it to make sure it's in there right. And as long as those things are matched up, you know that you're in a good spot. So I'd suggest trying that out. When you're installing RAM sticks, make sure that you try to set it in one smooth motion, and make sure you hear the click on either one or two levers if you have them. I don't know what those are called. I don't know, the little plasticky things that lock it into place. Do that a few times, you'll get really comfortable with it. The only other thing is applying a CPU cooler, which honestly I think is one of the more difficult things in a computer, is the CPU cooler, because unless you have a simple drop and snap one, I feel like that's one of the more difficult things to do. And even that is easy. So all right, let's see. How is the 1060 at 1440p to 4K? I wouldn't recommend a 1060 for even the 6 gigabyte. I honestly don't think that's going to matter as much with that bigger resolution, because the pixels themselves that have to be pumped through at 1440p to 4K, the 1060, even with that extra buffer of the RAM, it's not going to, the processing power is going to be too low. You could do it by dropping the graphics for sure. You can play 4K Rocket League with a 1060, but you're gonna have to drop some settings for sure. Yeah, for those of you who are here, I mean, it's not a surprise anymore. My PC that I built for Black Friday has a 980 Ti. So if you didn't know, now you know. But that was a graphics card of my choice. I picked it up for $275 from a good friend known as TechBank. And it was a killer deal, man. I couldn't have beaten that any day. It's got some coil whine, but I don't care because I play it with headphones, and I don't care. Yeah, so I would recommend a 980 Ti any day for under $300 any day. But honestly, that's... Yeah, Omar, that video is the one that I will be editing myself, and that will come out as soon as I find an editor to release a couple other videos. I have some reviews that need to get out too that have been almost a year in the making, so those need to get out. I'm ditching the unboxing video that I was originally editing because it's honestly, I was bored watching it, and I was like, if I'm bored, I don't expect anyone else to not be bored, so I didn't think it was worth it. I scrapped it. But yeah, man, I've been talking a lot. How are you guys doing? Let me know in the chat. How are you? What is your latest thing in PC land? What are the games you're playing? Let me know in the chat. Answer any question. Let me know something tech related that you just... Sometimes you just want to talk. You know, you just want to say something. If you have something that you've been wanting to say, just say it in the chat, and I'll read it. And I'll read them out loud, most of them, unless they're inappropriate. Scott, you're working. I appreciate you coming to the chat, or participating in the chat and coming to the stream. Yeah, Fortnite. That's what's up, man. Fortnite, man. Fortnite's taking the world by storm, and it's free. Let's see. Oh, I still have these tabs open. Let me close this out on these tabs. I haven't seen too many good deals, to be honest. Man, it's sad, but racing games, nice. Never ever. Do you have a racing chair? Is my question. Never ever. Do you have a racing chair? Because you play racing games. Scott, if you're at work but not really working, then I hope your boss isn't in here. Oh, excuse me. Add Codian. No, I don't play Fortnite. I have it downloaded, but I've never actually even started the game. I've played PUBG a couple times, and I couldn't even get into the lobby because it got so popular that the server would always time me out. So no, I haven't played it in a while. Chancellor, welcome. Welcome to the chat. 970, 90 Ti is really what I'm looking for because I've been waiting for more than 2 years just to build a PC. Yeah, I'm sorry, Blue Drew. That's just what things like are nowadays. Yeah. Best of luck to you, though. If you put in the hard work, I'm sure you'll find something. Lucas Miller, Gmod, RP has been quite nice recently. Yeah, man, those are great games. Or that game. Gary's mod is, like, legit. Dying Light, nice. Nice, nice, nice. I haven't played that, actually. Dual 660 Ti for $60. Yeah, that's, I mean, even if you split that into 2 budget builds. Take my lunch for Windowshop. Yeah, that's what's up. What do you do with the budget PCs? I sell them. I flip them. I don't buy them to flip them, but I end up flipping them for a little bit more just because of the I'll usually install Windows. I'll buy a license key for Windows, and I'll test the games and be able to provide a little bit more in-depth detail in it. So I'll flip them. I've sold every budget PC I've had so far, so I'm happy. Which is, it's 2 that you've seen. I have a couple of them that I never did videos on because I was just like, I don't have the time, or I don't think these would be as interesting. But I've built a couple of things that I've given away or sold already. In laptops, I've given away a lot of laptops because I had a lot of them. There were too many. Are margins good on the flips? I mean, not really. No, because the time I put into editing it would already kill it. But, yeah, I mean, I don't do it for the money. Foxbit, get out of here, man. Stop giving me money. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, is the 970 closer to 1060 or 1070? Oh, definitely 1060. Yeah, and if that. The 970 is a decent card, though. If you can find it for a good price, good luck. But, yeah, 1070 will blow a 970 out of the water. And I'm pretty sure a 1060 will go neck and neck with some games, but will actually beat out... Actually, I think the 1060 is more like a 980. So, I'm sure it's quite a bit bigger. Right after you said I don't do it for the money. No, I don't, man. I don't do this for the money. There's not enough money, honestly. It's not enough money, but I don't care because I just like editing videos, and unfortunately I don't have the time to do that. But I like the community we've built. Honestly, the people have been really positive. There's only been a handful of negative comments, and they're not really regular viewers. The regular viewers are awesome. You guys are in here. You know what I mean? Like, and then you have Tech Bank and Foxbit throwing me dollars. Like, I'm gonna go to the dollar store and buy some tissues for all the tears that I've shed because I can't edit videos anymore. It's all about the connections. Yeah, man. I mean, to be honest, I talk about Danny so much because I'm super impressed the fact that I was able to meet someone who is like almost like my twin in the polar opposite of this, you know, United States of America. And that he was so similar to me and that we were able to hit it off. We genuinely became good friends. It was weird. Like, we had like the same childhood. We had the same interest. And yeah, it's cool. Like, the community here has been great. Toasty Matt, Tech by Matt. Even, you know, TechSpic, Foxbit, you know, seeing Philip Train in the chat all the time. If I haven't mentioned your name, trust me, I have you in my mind. There's just a lot of people. You guys are legit, and I appreciate the friendships that I've made and the fans who just genuinely like the videos, even when they're like not as great. You know, you guys have never like torn me to shreds or anything. You know, sometimes it's just, you know, you have to do something a little quicker. Like Danny did his green screen video, which people like me love those kinds of things because it's more of a Danny video than like a tech video. But, you know, it changes. Savage Tech, what's up, man? I'm going to go ahead and close the stream out in a few minutes. So get in your last minute questions here. Appreciate you guys. Tech Bank, that's funny. Appreciate you guys coming out and listening to me talk for the last hour. It's been 55 minutes. That's crazy. I'll try to hop in some games with you guys. I played Rocket League with a couple people. That's been the easiest game to whip out because the rounds are only like 10 minutes. But maybe some PUBG. Maybe I'll finally get into Fortnite. It's just the time is tough. It's tough. But I'm not going to whine about it. I'm not going to make another video. If you want to see the video that I already explained given my current situation, there's one out. I think the explanation I gave in this video is a little bit more mature because I'm starting to understand my situation better. But I think being able to find an editor will be the next best thing for the channel. Sorry, Ryan, I don't have time for Craigslist deals. And honestly, I'm not as good at pricing things as Danny is. So I don't want to give you any bad advice. I tend to study things part by part. I think Danny generally has a better overall knowledge of the pricing. If I wanted to buy something, I would look up the part first and then get a good understanding of what to expect price-wise and then set my budget. That's kind of how I do things. So I recommend that. Lee, are you going to raise your kids surrounded by technology? I don't think I have a choice, man. Technology is everywhere. But I also think that for children, it's good for them to spend time outside, playing with things, learning how to read, stuff like that. But then using technology to help, as opposed to letting technology dictate what you do. I think that's the difference. What's the meaning of life? 42. Thank you, Savage Tech. We said at the same time. Jinx. You know, Miss Older. Imagine having a dad that knows scopes you in Fortnite. Yeah, I mean, I think for a good bit, I will be able to wreck my kids in games. I will try to stay up to date with them, but what inevitably happens is I will be at work and they will have the freedom to play while I'm working, and they'll be able to practice when, again, I'm at work and worrying about work stuff. So when I come home, it would just take too much time to catch up to them. So I'm starting to realize that's the dilemma, right? Like, even if I'm a gaming dad, they will have more free time, and so it'll just be so hard to catch up to them. But I have the experience. We'll see. We'll see. Obviously, if they play games that I'm good at, I'll wreck them, even if they practice, hands down. Yes, they will have school, so there's that too. But school gets out earlier than work does. You work 8 hours. You go to school for, what is it, like 6 or 7 hours? So, and I don't have a paid lunch, so I'm at work for around 8 or 9 hours. So we'll see. Happy Pie Day, everyone. It's Pie Day. You can actually go to certain pizza places and get a large pizza pie for $3.14. You can play later in the night. Yes, I can. But the irony is you have to take care of your kids. So when they're playing games, you have to do things that are important for them. And so you're dedicating time to them that they aren't old enough to know how to do themselves. So there's just a big thing. My 5-year-old wrecks me and shoots the ladders. Yeah, man. That kid, though. Kids are the best. Yeah, I'm going to give my kid my Steam library, and he's going to play all my games for me. It's not going to be many years until he's playing. He's very young, so. Blanky's everywhere with them anymore. It's a tablet. Yeah. I want my blanket app, Mom. Give me my blanket app back. All right, I got a few more minutes. Throw in any last-minute thoughts or questions, guys. It's been good hanging out with you. Yeah, I appreciate seeing you guys all out here. Like I said, I'll take a few more questions and then we'll close out the stream. Anything tech-related questions, personal questions, fire them. If you want to know what Danny's favorite boxer brand is, it's Hanes. Just kidding, it's Fruit of the Loom. Just kidding, I have no idea what he wears. I think he wears tidy whities, if I'm being honest. What GPU do I use? I use an i9 Ti. For those of you who don't know, that has been the GPU I've been keeping secret. It's been so long that it doesn't even matter keeping it secret anymore. It's literally been 3+ months. So it's an i9 Ti, 16 gigs of RAM, a Ryzen 5 1600. I haven't overclocked it yet because honestly I haven't even had the time to do that. So that's how bad things have been. I have an RGB kit that I've yet to install. It's been sitting on my desk for 3 months. This room looks exactly. If you go back in time to the Windowshop weeklies of the past, you'll see that this room looks almost exactly the same. This is a Christmas ornament. That's how busy I've been. That Christmas ornament has been needing to be put away for the last 3 months. This room is kind of like our storage room, so the only thing I'll be moving for sure is that piano, because I'm going to start jamming a little bit again like I used to, and I'm buying a guitar. That's the latest in my life. What's the latest in your life? What are you buying? I'm buying a guitar. What are you guys buying? I'm going to answer a couple questions. Let's see. What GPU do you guys just have you dabbled in smart home tech? Not yet. I use my phone for everything, and I'm not planning on getting a Dot, an Echo, or Siri device anytime soon. Is EVGA step-up program worth it? I actually don't know what that is, to be honest. How many planes has Danny built? I don't know, over 9,000. What is an SSD? An SSD is a Super Saiyan's daughter. So if you know Goku's daughter, that's what an SSD is. Doesn't count if he's Kaioken. Does not count if he's Kaioken. How much money should I spend on a gaming PC? As much as you can afford. What's your favorite number? 10. It's 10, actually. My favorite number is 10. Just in case you all know. I don't know why, to be honest. There you go. I think it's because it's the first double digit, and I like that it's a 1 and a 0. So, I don't know. Throwback. I loved binary. I didn't realize it. What is on the test bench? That is the same test bench that I had before. It's the i3. It's the PC that I was using before. It's an i3. It has no graphics card on it right now, I don't think. But it's got 8 gigs of RAM. Bought a car. Congrats, Banksy. I think I saw you mentioning how much you've been spending on a car. So, congrats. Yeah, Danny's getting underwear. What up, man? Why no virtual assistant? I don't know. I don't really need one. I'm quick enough with my hands, I guess, that I don't really need those. His favorite childhood was when he was 10. 10 out of 10 fried Cheetos. Like, what? My favorite birthday was when I turned 10, because that was my parents did big birthdays for certain ages, and 10 was one of them. So I went to a fun station, fun depot, whatever you guys call them there, where they have the arcade and mini golf and go-karts, and I loved riding go-karts. I got my driver's lessons as soon as I could because I loved driving, and go-karts were the closest thing to driving, and I was only 10 years old, so I was excited. Bought 16 gigs of RAM for DDR4 for 190. Oh, man. Well, at least you got it, man. Congrats for getting it. Film school. Yeah, man. Foxbit, that's what's up. What do you do for a job? I am a DevOps specialist, which basically means I am a software developer, specifically in web, and I also handle server stuff, sysadmin stuff, and process. So I make sure that we're trying to avoid time wasters, which might sound really weird now, because the fact that I'm able to articulate that has been because I've been working in the field for so long. But when you start working, you'll realize how important process is and how that saves time and stuff. But yes, DevOps is super, super cool stuff, Foxbit. Trust me, it is super awesome. Super, super awesome stuff. And I'd love to go into detail on some of that stuff in the future, maybe in a, I don't know, live stream. Who knows? Let me be your psychic, and I'll tell your future in 10 years. Do it. Yeah, it's a cool job, man. It's honestly, it's my dream job. Like, it's just getting more and more like a job that I know. I knew I wanted to be an IT related something or other, and programming related something or other when I was a kid. Couldn't ever imagine that's exactly what I'd be doing. I stuck that out. I went through all of college knowing that that's what I wanted to do, and somehow I was able to do it, so I cannot complain. All right, that pretty much wraps it up. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Feel free, if you're watching this after the fact, leave comments below. I'm going to go ahead and post this on the channel. You'll be able to keep up with me in real time. And ask questions, yeah, as I ask them in the stream. Well, I guess you're at the end of the stream now, so you've already watched the whole video. But anyways, this is exactly what my B-roll is like, anyone watching. If I'm recording live, this is how I think out loud. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. Videos will be coming soon. I'm going to be doing interviews for potential video editors soon, so I'm looking forward to that. Have I said that enough already? I'm going to say it one more time. I'm going to be looking... No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so I'm trying to stay active in the tech realm, keeping track with deals, and obviously watching Danny's videos, and Toasty Bros and all that whenever I get the chance. And obviously JD, love that guy, JD Tech Gear. And I would be watching TechBank's videos, but he doesn't have any. So yeah, again, thank you guys for hanging out. Ask me any questions if you have them, and catch me on Twitter, especially Twitter, but also Discord if you're there. But yeah, pretty much wraps it up. Oh, and in case you didn't know, I'm Lee from CompTV.